video, we will create together a new project to automate project creation using Python, Shell, and Bitbucket API. So the thing is, every time we want to create a new repository, we go to the Bitbucket project, we create a new repos. Let's do it. Like, first of all, here is Bitbucket. So we are inside this automated project. If we want to create a new repository, so we click here, repository, then we select the project, which will be automated project. We name it. So let's name testing. Then we select if we want to include the README, the version control, and we create the repository. After that, we will get this link. We can clone it, or if we have already a directory, we can just get this link and add it as a remote. So let's clone it. I will copy it from here, and then I will open my terminal. Sorry. Yep. So I will paste it here. So let's clone it. It's an empty repository, that's true. So let's go inside this testing. There is Git, it's empty. Of course, we will have the Git folder there, the Git configuration folder. So let's have our first file, which will be, of course, always the git ignore. Also, we need README file, that's by default. Then if I see the status, I will find all this file not staged, so let's stage them, and let's commit as as first commit. Then we push. So all of this we need to automate it. So every time we need to execute one command line in the terminal, and it will create the project for us. So if I go here, for example, this is the code that we will use, and what I want, the command that we will create is this one, create project, with arguments help. So this is what we will do. The helps -h will display the help section, which is this one, and from here we know how to create a new project. So if we do create project, and we have by default the repo, so we need to have the repo name. Let's name it new repo, and we will have the n. N is the project name, so the name or the path of the folder that you will create on. By default, it will be under the development, under your home/developer folder, the development folder, and you can name the path or only a folder there, whatever you want. So for example, let's name it is the repo name is a new repo, and the project name will be automate Python Bitbucket. Then we have the config. So the first time when you execute this code without anything, it will automatically launch the config. It will ask you for the Bitbucket username, email, password, all the configuration, the project key, all the needed configuration to set up. And it will never ask you again, because everything will be here saved in this config any. With sections for project configuration and authentication configuration. So if you, for example, finished working on that project and you want to use it with different authentication access, different project key, you can always init by doing this, passing this, and it will automatically execute the configuration setup again. And we have private, so it's by default private, default is true. Otherwise, if you want it public, you can do like this, public, true, and it will be, the repository will be public. Then we have -d to pass the description. So let's say this is a test for, sorry, I don't know how to type today, for a new repository. Okay, and that's it. And that's it. So let's execute this command line. It will create the folder for you under development. It will create the files, stash the commit, and finally open the VS Code in that folder so you can start typing directly without any problems. And now if we check the bitbucket, so if we go now back to the project, here is it. So this is testing. We created it using bitbucket, and this is one was automatically created, and it will contain the readme file and the gitignore file. Here they are. So this is the opener of this playlist. Our project will be described in details, every line of the code, how to create it from scratch in the second video using bitbucket API. And the third video we will use GitHub API, so you can have one command line. You can create and set up your projects. Every time you want to create a new project, it will be really easy, really fast, and really quick. And you can use whatever Git you want to work with. You can use bitbucket or you can use GitHub. So yeah, thank you for watching and see you in the next video.